Stan Lee helped build one of the most valuable entertainment universes in history. Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, the Hulk, characters that would later generate billions of dollars across films, TV, merchandise, and licensing. But here's the part most people never think about. Stan Lee didn't own the engine that turned those characters into an empire. This isn't a story about betrayal or conspiracy. It's a story about structure, about the difference between being the face of something and owning the thing itself. In the 1960s, Stan Lee worked at Marvel as a writer and editor, creating and co-creating characters alongside legendary artists like Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko. Marvel was the company. Marvel owned the intellectual property. And like most creative work in that era, these characters were produced as part of employment, meaning the business retained the rights. The public saw Stan Lee as the voice of Marvel, the spokesman, the charismatic architect who could sell the dream. And that was real. He shaped tone, style, branding, and the relationship with readers. But ownership is a different layer of reality. Ownership lives in contracts, not in applause. For decades, Stan Lee became inseparable from Marvel's identity. He rose to major titles, became chairman emeritus, and remained a visible symbol of the brand. He earned income and recognition, and later he received a reported annual salary arrangement tied to Marvel. He was successful, he was famous, he was not broke. But he also wasn't positioned like a founder with equity, because Marvel wasn't his company to sell, it was a corporation. And corporations don't hand out ownership just because your ideas become priceless. Then the world changed. Hollywood didn't just adapt comics, Hollywood industrialized them. And Marvel became more than a publishing company. It became a licensing machine. Movies, toys, global distribution. The value of the characters exploded, and the center of gravity shifted from pages to screens. Stan Lee's cameos became a ritual, and his name became a stamp of legitimacy. But again, visibility is not control. Credit is not equity. Being essential to the story is not the same as being essential to the cap table. In 2009, the moment that clarifies everything arrived. The Walt Disney Company announced it would acquire Marvel Entertainment in a deal valued at approximately $4 billion. That number matters because it exposes a simple truth. This is what the machine was worth. And Stan Lee, despite being the most recognizable human face associated with Marvel for generations, was not the one selling it. He didn't hold the lever that converts legacy into ownership. The rights to the characters and the corporate value built around them belong to the company. This is where the business lesson becomes unavoidable. If you're paid a salary, you're rewarded for output. If you own equity, you're rewarded for leverage. Salary is linear. Ownership is exponential. And creative industries are full of people who confuse the two. Because recognition feels like power until money shows up and reveals where power actually lives. Stan Lee's story isn't about being cheated. It's about being inside a system where the rules were already written. Work can be celebrated without being owned. You can be the voice, the symbol, even the legend, and still not control the asset. And if you're building anything today, content, brands, products, characters, media, you should take this seriously. Because the modern world rewards distribution, licensing, and ownership structures far more than it rewards effort alone. Stan Lee helped create and shape cultural value on a massive scale. But cultural value and financial control are not the same thing. The machine that turned Marvel into a multi-billion-dollar empire wasn't powered by admiration. It was powered by contracts, rights, and ownership. So here's the takeaway. Don't confuse influence with equity. Don't confuse fame with leverage. And don't wait until the business is worth billions to realize you don't own the engine. If you found this story valuable and you want more videos that connect real-world business lessons with the lives behind iconic empires, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because the next story will change how you see success.